Right now, there is a task you are supposed to be doing, a report to write, a room to clean, a creative project to start. But instead, you are staring at a screen, feeling a heavy, exhausting weight of guilt in your chest.
You call it laziness. You call it a lack of discipline. But it isn't.
The real problem is far more insidious. Your brain is trapped in a biological design flaw.
You are trying to force focus using raw willpower. But willpower is a finite resource. It burns out. And when it does, procrastination takes over.
But what if there was a way to make focus completely automatic? For centuries, master craftsmen in Japan have accessed a state of effortless, uninterrupted focus. They call it the Shokunin Method. It is a philosophy that turns even the most mundane, repetitive tasks into a sacred ritual, instantly dissolving mental resistance. And the science behind why it works is about to change everything you know about productivity. To enter the infinite flow state, we first must identify what is destroying your focus. In Zen philosophy, there is a term for the way most of us live, chuto hanpa. It literally means to do things by halves. We write half a sentence, check a notification, and open a new tab. Your physical body is in one place, but your attention is scattered across a dozen universes. To your brain, this is pure chaos. Working chuto hanpa leaves things half-baked, creating a lingering sense of unease and guilt. Every half-finished task is an open loop draining your energy. This cognitive friction is the true source of your procrastination. You aren't avoiding the work itself, you are avoiding the mental chaos of a split mind. Now, contrast this with the spirit of the Shokunin, the Japanese master craftsman. A shokunin is not just an artisan. In Japanese culture, the term carries deep spiritual weight, guided by shokunin kishitsu, the craftsman's spirit. To a shokunin, a tool is not just an object. It is a physical extension of the hand, and the hand is the bridge that transfers their soul into the work. When a woodworker carves cedar, they do not think about the final product, the price, or the deadline. They listen to the wood, responding to the grain. Their tool, their hand, and the material become a single, undivided entity. This is the state of flow, where the craftsman acts and reacts without conscious thought. It is a state of absolute presence, and it is built on a cognitive technology called Ichigyo Zanmai. Ichigyo Zanmai translates to one practice concentration. It is made of two words, Ichigyo, meaning one practice, and Zanmai, which means concentration, the deepest state of meditative absorption. In Zen temples, there is no distinction between important work and mundane work. Cooking, scrubbing floors, and washing dishes are not chores to get through. They are the meditation. When a monk scrubs a floor, they are not multitasking. They are devoting 100% of their physical existence to that single patch of wood. By limiting your brain to exactly one activity in a given moment, you simultaneously free it. When you practice Ichigyo Zanmai, there is no room left in your working memory for anxiety or the pressure of the future. The endless, chattering narrator in your head simply disappears. Procrastination cannot exist in this state because procrastination requires you to project yourself into a future where the task is difficult. If there is only the present moment, there is no fear. There is only the action. You might be asking, how do you apply this ancient craftsman spirit to your modern, screen-filled life? You do it by practicing chanto suru, doing things properly. To build your own shokunin ritual, follow 3 simple rules. First, Sanctify your tools. Treat your workspace and your equipment with Shokunin Kishitsu. If you are a writer, your keyboard is your chisel. Clean your desk. Arrange your tools with deliberate care before you start. This physical preparation signals that a ritual is about to begin. Second, commit to the micro detail. This is the Japanese concept of kodawari, a quiet, uncompromising obsession with the process, not the goal. When you sit down to work, do not think about finishing the whole project. Instead, obsess over the immediate next micro action. Focus entirely on the neatness of your next sentence, the cleanliness of the code, or the precision of your layout. Start small. The goal will take care of itself. Third, close all other loops. Before you begin, shut the gates in your mind. Close every browser tab that isn't the active task. Put your phone in another room. Commit entirely to Ichigyo Zanmai. If your mind begins to drift, gently, softly, pull your attention back to the physical action in front of you. We have spent our entire lives believing that success requires more willpower, more hustle, and more grind. But the Shokunin show us a different way. You do not need to fight your mind. You do not need to wage a war against laziness. You just need to change your relationship with the moment. Procrastination is nothing more than your brain's rebellion against a fragmented, chaotic life. The cure is not pressure. The cure is presence. The next time you feel the heavy weight of avoidance, don't try to force a massive breakthrough. Stop. Take a breath. Pick up your tool. Clean your space. And do one single thing with your whole heart, properly.